Out of all the comments on this video, you, sir, are the only one that gets it. And you said it right. Well, almost right. I found this document years ago. This is a Michigan law review dealing with the law, science, and history reflections upon in the best interest of the child. This was a book. This was basically a book review. Okay, and when I first discovered this, I saw exactly what you're saying, that it's a contract between you and the government. Yes, but it's actually between both spouses and the government. It doesn't have God in it. Now, if you was looking at the PDF version, which is in my group on Telegram, if you look right here, now this is an abolitionist to slavery back in the day, but it says William Goodell, writing as an abolitionist, saw the matter no differently with respect to the legal rights of slaves. A slave cannot even contract matrimony, the association which takes place among slaves and is called marriage, being properly designated by the word contubernum, a relation which has no sanctity and to which no civil rights are attached. When I read that section, I said, wow. Now, I keep telling people that we have forgotten who we are and we have forgotten how to do things in the private. We keep going to government to do everything. See, a contract of matrimony is between you, your spouse, and God. It is not between you, your spouse, and the state. When you get a marriage license, you are contracting with the state and it doesn't have God in it. And the state holds the superior party of interest. So now, let's look at that. So, look right here, Potter v. Potter, Supreme Court of Florida. This is dealing with a divorce, but why would the divorce in reality is a triangular proceeding in which the husband, the wife, and the state are parties. The, the marital relation, unlike ordinary relations, is regarded by the, so let's see here, is regarded by the law and the state as the basis of social organization. The preservation of the relation is deemed essential to the public welfare. When the marriage relation has been assumed, it is indissoluble except by the solemn judgment of a court. See, they have no jurisdiction if you do a contract of matrimony. And people I've discussed this with, they said, yes, but we want our tax breaks. I said, then be a slave. People want to be in the private, but they like all these government benefits that are given. Right here, marriage and cohabitation. The husband, the wife, and the state are parties to a marriage contract. There are three parties to a marriage contract: the husband, the wife, and the state. The husband and wife are presumed to have, and the state unquestionably has an interest in the maintenance of the relation for which, for centuries, has been recognized as a bulwark of our civilization. Now, I don't want to go into this. Y'all can look up this case in depth, but I'm going to show you what they've done and what you're not realizing what's being created and why the men are being abused by the system. The state has the primary interest. That's step one. So, here is Florida. Because you wanted those benefits, the government always requires you to waive something. So, look at here. County court judge or clerk of the circuit court to issue marriage license, semicolon, fee. Let's look. Every marriage license shall be issued by a county court judge or clerk of the circuit court, blah, blah, blah. But go down here. The fee charged for each marriage license issued in the state shall be increased by the sum of $25. This fee shall be collected upon the receipt of the application for the issuance of a marriage license and remitted by check to the Department of Revenue for deposit in the Domestic Violence Trust Fund. So you're paying that marriage license fee, men. You're an investor into a trust fund, and the trustees have to make that trust fund profitable. And what is that domestic trust fund for? Protecting women and children. Now, you want to know why the woman can get away with what she gets away with? That the state runs to her aid? This is why. Now, let's go to another state. So here's Illinois. Fees of county clerk in third class counties. Fees to the county clerk in third class counties. The fees of the county clerk in the counties of the third class are for issuing civil union or marriage license, sealing, filing, and recording the same, and the certificate thereto. One charge. A fee to be determined by the county board of the county not to exceed $75, which shall be the same whether for a civil union or marriage license. $5 from all civil union and marriage license fees shall be remitted by the clerk to the state treasurer for deposit into the Domestic Violence Trust Fund. So, if you know anything about trust law, the trustees have to make the trust profitable. Why do you think they run you through the ringers? Why do you think they do all these programs? And you can look this code up yourself. And Illinois is the only state so far, and I have confirmed this in 9 states, but Illinois is the only one that tells you who the trustees are. So this is why you need to think about a contract of matrimony. And I had a guy call me one day and say, "Do you marry people?" I said, "Yes, I will, but not under a marriage license." "Well, what do you mean?" I said, I'll do it under a contract of matrimony because I answer to the creator, not to the state. The state has an interest in marriage, not in God's law. God's law is private. The problem is they can license those things that are considered illegal and or sin. The government can only regulate sin, and they issue the marriage license to protect matrimony from the heathen. I would have to find the court case that even says that. Right there's one. The decline of common law marriage, the unrecognized cultural effect. This was 2013. By formalizing marital procedures, the state could discourage heathen forms of marriage with Christian monogamy serving as the model. Go figure. See, they tell us what they're doing. We're just not paying attention. We blame the system, and we're not looking at ourselves because we have forgotten who we are. Commenters have long criticized the marital communications privilege. Jeremy Bentham proclaimed, "Let us grant to every man a license to commit all sorts of wickedness in the presence and with the assistance of his wife. Let us make every man's house his castle, and as far as depends on us, let us convert that castle into a den of thieves." 5J Bantham, Rationale of Judicial Evidence 340 from 1827. So, you want to know why men are having all the problems? We have forgotten the difference between public and private, what God or the Creator or nature instituted, and what government instituted. So, this is just laying it out there.